Have you ever found yourself weighed down by the relentless expectations of society or the endless loop of worrying about things you simply cannot control? Perhaps you've felt the sting of seeking approval, only to realize it drains you of peace and fulfillment. If this resonates with you, know that you are not alone. These struggles have been a part of the human condition for centuries, and many find themselves trapped in a cycle of overcaring, chained to opinions, judgments, and outcomes that ultimately hold little meaning in the grander scheme of life. But what if there were a way out? A way to reclaim your energy, your focus, and, most importantly, your inner peace? What if you could step off the exhausting treadmill of external validation and live a life that is genuinely meaningful to you? Today, we turn to an ancient yet timeless philosophy for guidance, a philosophy that has been a beacon for sages and seekers alike, Stoicism. Within its teachings lies a profound principle known as the art of not caring. At its core, this art is not about apathy or dismissiveness. It is not a rejection of empathy or connection. Instead, it is about directing your care wisely, placing it on what truly matters, those things within your power to influence, and liberating yourself from the grip of all that lies beyond it. It is about recognizing the finite nature of your mental and emotional resources and choosing to invest them in pursuits that align with your values and aspirations. In this exploration, we will delve into 7 transformative methods inspired by Stoicism. These practices hold the potential to free you from the tyranny of others' expectations and empower you to navigate life with clarity and purpose. Whether you're seeking personal growth, mental resilience, or a deeper understanding of how to live authentically, this journey will offer a roadmap to a happier, more fulfilling existence. Let us embark on this path together, a path not of indifference, but of intentionality. A path that dares to challenge the norms and encourages you to live by your own design. What awaits you is not just a philosophy, but a way of life that can elevate your soul, sharpen your mind, and anchor your spirit. So, ask yourself, are you ready to break free and embrace the art of not caring? If so, let us begin. 1. Learn to say no. In the realm of personal growth and ancient philosophy, the ability to say no emerges as a cornerstone of autonomy and self-respect. Yet, many of us struggle with this seemingly simple act, often shackled by the fear of disappointing others or appearing selfish. Stoicism teaches us that mastering the art of saying no is not just about rejection. It is about intentional living. It is the deliberate act of protecting our time, energy, and values, ensuring that we focus on what truly matters rather than scattering ourselves thin in pursuit of external approval. Saying no is an act of profound self-awareness. It requires us to first understand our own limits and priorities. In a world that constantly demands more time, more effort, more conformity, knowing when to refuse is a declaration of independence. It signals to the world and to ourselves that we value our well-being and mental clarity over the fleeting satisfaction of pleasing others. This is not an act of arrogance, but one of self-preservation, rooted in the wisdom of discerning what deserves our care and what is not. When you say no to something misaligned with your values, you are simultaneously saying yes to yourself. This practice builds a shield against exploitation and reinforces your boundaries, a crucial step in living a life guided by purpose rather than obligation. Consider the emotional toll of constantly agreeing to requests that conflict with your own goals. It depletes your spirit, leaving you vulnerable to manipulation and resentment. On the other hand, a firm yet polite refusal restores balance, allowing you to channel your energy into endeavors that align with your true self. Stoic philosophy encourages us to embrace this act with dignity and grace. Saying no need not be harsh or dismissive. Rather, it can be a reflection of our respect for others as well as ourselves. A thoughtful and courteous refusal helps maintain relationships while affirming our personal stance. By framing our decisions in the context of our values, We create an environment of mutual understanding and empathy, one where others are less likely to perceive our no as rejection and more as a testament to our authenticity. Imagine a craftsman who dedicates his life to perfecting his art. If he were to accept every commission, regardless of how it aligns with his vision, his work would suffer, and so would his soul. Like the craftsman, we must learn to discern which opportunities are worth our time and which detract from our purpose. Every no we utter is a commitment to craft a life of meaning and fulfillment, a life rooted in clarity and intention. Ultimately, learning to say no is not just a skill. It is a philosophy of living deliberately. It is a declaration of self-respect, a commitment to personal growth, and a refusal to be swayed by the ephemeral tides of others' expectations. In this act lies the power to reclaim control over your life, to walk your path with confidence, and to focus on what truly matters. By mastering the art of saying no, you step closer to the essence of Stoic wisdom, living in harmony with your values and embracing the freedom to be unapologetically yourself. 2. Stop seeking permission. From an early age, we are conditioned to seek approval. Whether it's from our parents, teachers, or peers, the desire to validate our choices through the eyes of others often becomes second nature. Yet, as we delve into the wisdom of Stoicism, we find that this tendency can quietly undermine our autonomy and self-worth. The habit of seeking permission, whether consciously or unconsciously, places the power over our lives in the hands of others, leaving us vulnerable to manipulation and doubt. To break free from this cycle, we must learn to trust ourselves and take ownership of our decisions. The act of seeking permission often stems from a fear of rejection or making the wrong choice. This fear, while deeply human, is ultimately limiting. It keeps us tethered to the judgments of others, preventing us from embracing the risks and uncertainties that are inherent to growth. Stoicism reminds us that no one is better equipped to determine the course of our lives than we are. By cultivating self-awareness and understanding our core values, we can make decisions with confidence, even in the face of external criticism. To stop seeking permission is not to disregard the advice of others entirely. Rather, it is about discerning the difference between constructive guidance and unnecessary interference. This discernment begins with introspection, taking the time to reflect on what truly matters to us. When we are clear about our goals and priorities, the opinions of others lose their grip on our decisions. We become anchored in our own values, no longer swayed by the ever-changing tides of societal expectations. Courage plays a pivotal role in this transformation. To act without seeking permission requires us to confront the fear of failure and embrace it as a natural part of life. Failure, far from being a definitive end, is a stepping stone to wisdom and resilience. Each misstep teaches us more about ourselves and sharpens our ability to navigate future challenges. The Stoics viewed failure not as a defeat, but as an opportunity to grow stronger, a perspective that can liberate us from the paralysis of overthinking. Imagine a musician who dreams of composing their own symphonies, but hesitates to share their work out of fear that it won't be accepted. If they continue to wait for validation, their art will remain trapped in the confines of their mind, never reaching its full potential. However, when they stop seeking permission and create fearlessly, they unlock the freedom to express their true self, regardless of others' opinions. This act of self-trust not only empowers them, but also inspires those around them. Breaking free from the need for permission is a profound declaration of independence. It is a shift from living reactively, constantly responding to the expectations of others, to living proactively, guided by one's own principles. This journey requires patience and self-compassion, as well as the willingness to embrace discomfort. Over time, it fosters a sense of inner strength and clarity, allowing us to pursue our dreams with unwavering determination. In the end, the only approval we truly need is our own. By stepping into the power of self-trust and relinquishing the habit of seeking permission, We reclaim our agency and unlock the potential to lead a life that is both authentic and fulfilling. As the Stoics remind us, freedom is not found in external circumstances, but within the sovereignty of our own minds. Let this be the moment you choose to trust yourself and walk boldly on the path that you alone are meant to tread. 3. Establish your own definition of success. What does it mean to succeed? For centuries, society has tried to impose a singular definition: wealth, status, accolades, or power. Yet, Stoic philosophy urges us to challenge these conventional markers and ask a deeper question. What does success mean to you? True fulfillment begins not with conforming to societal expectations, but with crafting a personal vision of success that aligns with your values, passions, and aspirations. To define success on your own terms is to reclaim your autonomy. It is an act of rebellion against a world eager to dictate what you should strive for. In doing so, you free yourself from the relentless pursuit of goals that may bring temporary recognition but leave your soul unfulfilled. Instead, you embrace the freedom to choose a path rooted in authenticity and purpose, a path that resonates with the unique rhythm of your life. This process begins with introspection. Take time to reflect on your core values and the things that bring you joy and meaning. For one person, success may be found in nurturing a loving family or contributing to their community. For another, it may lie in mastering a craft, pursuing intellectual growth, or cultivating inner peace. Whatever it may be, your definition of success should be a reflection of your true self, unshaped by the fleeting opinions of others. When you establish your own criteria for success, you gain clarity and focus. Each decision becomes a step toward your chosen destination, guided by your inner compass rather than external pressures. This clarity not only empowers you to pursue your goals with conviction, but also shields you from the distractions of comparison and envy. By understanding what truly matters to you, you can stand firm amidst the noise of societal expectations, unmoved by the temptation to measure your worth against others. Consider the story of a teacher who chose to dedicate her life to mentoring underprivileged children rather than climbing the corporate ladder. To some, her career choice might seem modest, even unambitious. Yet, for her, success is measured in the lives she touches and the opportunities she creates for others. Her path may not align with traditional notions of achievement, but it is one of profound significance and purpose, a testament to the power of defining success on your own terms. Stoicism teaches us that the pursuit of success is not about the attainment of external rewards, but about living in accordance with our values. When success is defined by material wealth or societal validation, it becomes fragile, subject to the whims of fortune. However, when it is rooted in personal meaning, it becomes unshakable, a source of enduring fulfillment and inner peace. By crafting your own definition of success, you take control of your narrative. You no longer live to meet the expectations of others or chase an ideal that feels hollow. Instead, you embark on a journey that is uniquely yours, one that reflects your deepest truths and aspirations. In doing so, you honor the Stoic principle of living a life of intentionality and integrity, a life where success is not dictated by the world but defined by the heart. 4. Choose wisely. Life is a series of choices, each one shaping the path we walk. Yet, in a world brimming with distractions and fleeting opinions, the ability to choose wisely becomes not just a skill but a virtue. Stoicism reminds us that our capacity to care is finite. To live a meaningful life, we must direct our attention and energy toward what truly matters. Every choice to care about something insignificant comes at the cost of neglecting something profound. Choosing wisely begins with understanding the difference between what is essential and what is trivial. Modern life inundates us with demands for attention. Social media trends, unsolicited opinions, and societal pressures to conform. These distractions often lure us away from our higher aspirations, leaving us depleted and disoriented. The Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control provides clarity amidst this chaos. It urges us to redirect our care toward personal growth, relationships, and endeavors that align with our values, while discarding the noise that serves no purpose. Imagine a man striving to build a meaningful career while constantly seeking approval through online validation. Each moment spent obsessing over likes and comments diverts him from honing his craft and pursuing his goals. But the moment he shifts his focus, investing his energy in skill development and authentic connections, he reclaims his purpose. The transformation is not just practical. It is deeply liberating, as he learns to prioritize his aspirations over external validation. To choose wisely is to exercise the courage to say no to distractions, even when they come wrapped in the guise of urgency. It is the ability to pause, reflect, and ask, "Does this serve my greater purpose?" This question becomes a compass, guiding us toward a life of intention rather than reaction. It empowers us to invest in challenges that stretch our potential, dreams that ignite our spirit, and relationships that nurture our soul. But choosing wisely is not merely about saying no. It is about saying a resounding yes to what truly matters. It means pouring your heart and energy into pursuits that align with your deepest values. It is dedicating yourself to meaningful work, cultivating self-discipline, and striving for excellence, not for applause, but for the quiet satisfaction of knowing you have given your best. The Stoics believe that our time is our most precious resource, more valuable than any material possession. By choosing wisely, we honor the fleeting nature of life, ensuring that each moment is spent in pursuit of what enriches and elevates us. In doing so, we create a life of substance and purpose, free from the shackles of mediocrity. Ultimately, the act of choosing wisely is an affirmation of your autonomy. It is a reminder that you are the architect of your own life, capable of shaping a path that reflects your unique essence. So, pause and reflect on where you are investing your energy. Are you pursuing what truly fulfills you, or are you succumbing to the distractions of the world? The answer to this question will determine the quality of your life and the legacy you leave behind. Choose with intention, and watch your life transform into a masterpiece of meaning and purpose. 5. Don't be afraid. Fear is a formidable adversary, one that has the power to paralyze even the most determined minds. It is a shadow that looms over decisions, whispering doubts and amplifying the opinions of others. But Stoic philosophy reminds us that fear, like all emotions, is fleeting and within our power to overcome. To live authentically, we must confront this fear, particularly the fear of criticism and rejection, and choose to walk boldly in the direction of our values. At the heart of this principle lies a simple yet profound truth. You cannot please everyone. No matter how carefully you navigate life, there will always be those who disapprove, misunderstand, or judge your choices. The Stoics believe that anchoring your self-worth to the opinions of others is a recipe for perpetual unhappiness. Instead, they urged us to ground our confidence in our own principles and to act in accordance with what we know to be right. Courage, therefore, is not the absence of fear, but the refusal to let it dictate your actions. It is standing firm in the face of criticism, knowing that external opinions do not define your worth. Imagine a woman who chooses an unconventional career path, one that aligns with her passions but defies societal norms. At first, she faces resistance, skepticism from her peers, disapproval from her family, but she presses on, driven by the conviction that her path is hers alone to tread. Over time, her perseverance becomes a testament to her strength, inspiring others to question their own fears and limitations. Fearlessness is not about defiance for its own sake. It is about living in harmony with your inner values. When you choose to act authentically, you align yourself with a higher purpose, one that transcends the need for external validation. This alignment fosters resilience, enabling you to weather the storms of criticism and to rise stronger from each challenge. The Stoics often liken life to a stage, with each person playing their unique role. Your role is not to win the approval of the audience, but to perform with integrity and excellence. By focusing on your own script, your goals, values, and aspirations, you free yourself from the tyranny of others' expectations. This freedom is not just liberating. It is empowering, as it allows you to channel your energy into pursuits that truly matter. To embrace fearlessness is to accept that failure and criticism are inevitable. They are not roadblocks, but stepping stones on the path to growth. Each misstep offers a lesson, and each critique is an opportunity to refine your character. By reframing these experiences as necessary components of progress, you dismantle the power that fear holds over you. Ultimately, choosing not to be afraid is an act of self-love. It is a declaration that your dreams and values are worth pursuing, no matter the cost. It is the courage to stand tall, to speak your truth, and to live in a way that honors your unique essence. So, when fear arises, as it inevitably will, meet it with grace and resolve. Remember that the opinions of others are but whispers in the wind, while the choices you make echo in the chambers of your soul. Stand firm, be fearless, and live a life that reflects the strength and beauty of your inner spirit. 6. Love yourself. Self-love, often misunderstood as vanity or selfishness, is one of the most profound and transformative practices in the journey of personal growth. At its essence, loving yourself means recognizing your intrinsic worth, embracing your imperfections, and nurturing your well-being. For those who seek wisdom in Stoicism and ancient philosophy, self-love is not a passive sentiment but an active commitment to honor your own life as a sacred responsibility. To love yourself is to cultivate a deep sense of self-respect. It is the foundation upon which all other relationships are built. When you value yourself, you establish boundaries that protect your time, energy, and emotional health. You learn to say no to exploitation, toxicity, and demands that conflict with your values. This is not an act of exclusion but one of preservation, an acknowledgement that your resources are finite and must be directed toward what truly serves your growth and purpose. Stoicism teaches us that the relationship we have with ourselves is the most important relationship we will ever have. When you nurture self-love, you stop seeking validation from external sources. Your self-esteem is no longer tethered to the fleeting approval of others, and you become free to live authentically. This independence fosters resilience, as your sense of worth becomes immune to criticism and failure. You begin to see setbacks not as reflections of inadequacy, but as opportunities to learn and grow. Self-love also involves taking responsibility for your well-being. It is an active process of caring for your body, mind, and soul. This means prioritizing healthy habits, finding joy in activities that enrich your spirit, and allowing yourself time to rest and recharge. It means forgiving yourself for past mistakes and choosing to see them as stepping stones rather than weights holding you back. In doing so, you cultivate a sense of compassion for yourself, which naturally extends to others. Consider the story of a man who spent years trying to meet the expectations of those around him, constantly striving for perfection to win approval. Over time, the pressure became overwhelming, and he realized he had lost sight of who he truly was. It was only when he began to practice self-love, accepting his flaws, honoring his boundaries, and prioritizing his passions, that he found clarity and peace. Through this transformation, he discovered the strength to live in alignment with his values, unhindered by the need for external affirmation. Self-love is not indulgence, it is empowerment. It equips you with the confidence to face life's challenges with grace and resolve. When you love yourself, you build a solid foundation that supports you in every aspect of life. You become more patient with your own growth, understanding that progress is a journey, not a destination. This patience extends outward, fostering empathy and connection in your relationships with others. Ultimately, self-love is an act of liberation. It frees you from the burdens of comparison, perfectionism, and self-doubt. It allows you to embrace your authentic self, flaws and all, and to live a life that reflects the beauty of your unique spirit. By loving yourself, you create a ripple effect of positivity, inspiring others to do the same. As the Stoics teach, the most powerful change begins within. When you cultivate self-love, you unlock the potential to live a life of meaning, resilience, and fulfillment. 7. You'll soon be dead. The Stoics often remind us of a sobering yet liberating truth. Life is fleeting. The awareness of our mortality, far from being a source of despair, is a powerful tool for clarity and purpose. To fully embrace this truth is to understand that time is our most precious resource, a gift that should not be squandered on trivialities, fears, or the judgments of others. Instead, it should inspire us to live intentionally, to cherish each moment, and to pursue what truly matters. When you accept the inevitability of death, the petty concerns that once consumed you lose their power. The opinions of others, the fear of failure, and the need for external validation become insignificant in the face of life's brevity. This realization is not about detachment or indifference, but about prioritization. It urges you to focus on creating a life of meaning, guided by your values and aspirations rather than the expectations of the world around you. The Stoics taught that death is not a distant event, but a constant companion, shadowing our every step. Instead of fearing this reality, they embraced it as a motivator to live fully and authentically. When you reflect on the impermanence of life, it sharpens your perspective, helping you to distinguish between what is essential and what is trivial. This practice, known as memento mori, is not morbid. It is profoundly empowering. It reminds us to live with urgency and intention, knowing that each moment could be our last. Imagine an artist who spends years perfecting a single masterpiece, only to realize that their quest for perfection has robbed them of the joy of creation. If they were to confront their mortality, they might recognize the futility of waiting for the perfect moment. Instead, they would seize the present, pouring their passion into their work without hesitation. This shift in perspective transforms their art into a celebration of life rather than a pursuit of unattainable ideals. Acknowledging the finite nature of life also encourages gratitude. When you see each day as a rare and irreplaceable gift, you become more attuned to the beauty of the present moment, the warmth of the sun, the laughter of a loved one, the satisfaction of meaningful work. Gratitude grounds you, helping you to savor life's simple joys and to find contentment in the here and now. But this awareness does more than enhance your appreciation for life. It also emboldens you to take risks and pursue your dreams. Knowing that your time is limited can dissolve the barriers of fear and hesitation. It inspires you to act with courage, to speak your truth, and to strive for goals that ignite your soul. In the grand scheme of existence, the judgment of others pales in comparison to the fulfillment of living authentically. Ultimately, the Stoic understanding of mortality is not a call to despair but a call to action. It is a reminder to live with purpose, to love deeply, and to leave a legacy that reflects the best of who you are. By accepting the inevitability of death, you gain the freedom to live, a life not bound by fear but defined by courage, gratitude, and intentionality. So, let the reality of your mortality inspire you to write a story worth telling. Use your time wisely, not in pursuit of external validation, but in alignment with your inner values. In the end, it is not the opinions of others that will define your life, but the choices you make and the impact you leave behind. Live boldly, for the clock is always ticking, and the moments you have now are the only ones guaranteed. Conclusion. Life is a journey marked by choices, challenges, and the ever-present pull of external pressures. But as we've explored through the lens of Stoic philosophy, the path to fulfillment lies not in seeking validation from others, but in grounding ourselves in our own values, decisions, and inner strength. The art of not caring is not about indifference, it's about discernment. It's about focusing on what truly matters and releasing everything that doesn't serve your purpose. By learning to say no, refusing to seek unnecessary permission, defining success on your terms, and prioritizing your energy, you can begin to live with intention and clarity. Courageously confronting fear, practicing self-love, and embracing the inevitability of mortality empower you to shape a life that reflects your authentic self. These principles are not abstract ideas. They are actionable steps toward reclaiming your freedom and living with purpose. As you move forward, remember that your life is yours alone to live. The opinions of others are fleeting, but the legacy you create through intentional choices will endure. Each day is an opportunity to align your actions with your values, to grow stronger in character, and to build a life that resonates with meaning. If this journey toward authenticity and self-mastery resonates with you, let it not end here. Join a community of like-minded individuals who share your passion for personal growth and philosophical exploration. Subscribe to this channel to continue discovering the wisdom of Stoicism and practical tools for living a fulfilled life. Together, we can deepen our understanding, inspire each other, and navigate the challenges of modern life with the timeless guidance of ancient philosophy. Thank you for watching, and remember, the true measure of your life is not found in the eyes of others, but in the quiet confidence that comes from living authentically. Live boldly, love deeply, and embrace the freedom that comes with knowing what truly matters. See you in the next video.